High school sucks. It actually blows. A place filled with horny teenagers constantly making bad choices, annoying bitch-ass teachers who hate their jobs, and that one custodian that's definitely a pedophile. Side note, who reacted to this article with the hard eyes and laughter emoji? I've officially finished half of high school, and I can confidently say that shit was ass. And now I have to repeat that shit again, but this time actually start worrying about college. But instead of that, I'll probably still be drawing stick figures with my mediocre 100 views on YouTube. I've never wanted to hurt myself more than I do now. And it's not made any easier for us when teachers assign literal truckloads worth of assignments. It feels like every teacher coordinates when to assign tests, so they purposefully stress us out. But you know what? It would all be fine if they would do their jobs. One time, our teacher just fucking dipped and spent the entire class in the bathroom doing God knows what. Probably beating it to child pornography if you ask me. Then he comes back in and says, by the way, make sure you study for the test tomorrow. And when they do teach us, they act like they're doing us a favor. Like someone needs to tell them that we're paying their salary. Like, buddy, if it weren't for me, you wouldn't be able to pay off that used Honda of yours. And there are a couple of them who take their job so seriously. One time, a friend of mine told the health teacher that health isn't a real class, and she was pissed off. She screamed at him and even started crying for some reason too. Which, okay, should he have said that? No. Was it funny as fuck? Yes. Should I stop masturbating? Probably. But you really expect me to believe that a class where we learn about the anatomy of a penis is an actual class we should be taking seriously? Can you imagine pulling an all-nighter just to study the function of a scrotum? But you know what? That would all be fine if it wasn't for the students. Where do I begin? The spoiled dumb blonde, the blue-haired girl, the sigma male. They all equally suck, but let's start with the dumb blonde. Stupid, self-absorbed, big-tittied. The most they'll amount to is jacking off middle-aged men in the back of alleyways. I'm actually pretty close with one of them. And this one time in 7th grade, she got a 37% on a science quiz. A 37! How's that even possible? She must have made an active effort to do that hard. And it wasn't even a hard unit, it was ecology. And I think that explains every dumb blonde ever. Peaked in high school, got passed around in college, had a saggy vagina no one wants to come near by 30, and finally... yeah. And then there are those entitled bitches. This one girl I knew couldn't fit into a 2.5 foot long chair. Eric Cartman looking at. Then she went on to criticize the whole school for being fatphobic. I'm sorry, I didn't know we needed to accommodate literal whales in school. Now, I'm not fatphobic. Back in the day, I was a chunky boy. My issue is when people, not fat people, go around and force the world to conform to their problems. She just happened to be fat. Also, this is a true story, by the way. She talked about her depression due to her weight in front of the whole school. But that's not the issue. The issue is, later that day, I see her shoving piles of shit in her mouth. Like, it's such a slap in the face to people with genetic conditions and eating disorders. Like, buddy, if you're annoyed at being fat, then stop eating. It's one thing if it's out of your control, but it's not. And then you have the weebs. We don't have these at my school, and thank God. Imagine walking into school at 7 in the morning. You have a test first period, and the first thing you see is some kid dressed up as Goku running around with his arms behind his back. Thank God that's not me. But I know some of you unfortunate souls have to deal with some motherfucker acting like he's in an anime. And then there's the WeGo gym kid. This virgin dedicates his life to the gym even though he looks like that one guy from the Lord of the Rings. And he's also such a dickhead about it too. Yeah, I lift. In my gym, they actually call me Big Guy because of how jacked I am. Yeah, you lift, but you deadlift 135 pounds with form that looks like this.
Holy shit, fucking back, dude.
But they all pale in comparison to the blue-haired social justice warrior. Quite possibly the most menacing, obnoxious, downright evil human. But also really sensitive too. The first day of high school, actually not even the first day, the first minute, I hear this random lady yell at this guy for not using her right name. Yeah, you heard that right. Apparently she has 2 or something like that, which depends on her mood. Which fine, I guess he should have respected her wishes and stuff. But it's the first day of school. He doesn't know the 17 variations of your name with the 31 combinations of pronouns. Give the poor guy a break. He just got here. And no way that shit didn't have racist intentions because that guy was black. And I've seen this happen many more times where she hadn't flipped the fuck out. Anyways, these are just a few in the endless void of students that go to high school. So if you want to hear me talk about the rest of them, then comment your suggestion down below. And be sure to smash that like and subscribe button. No, I'm just f***ing around. But if you do like and subscribe, it means the world to me, seriously. So take care of yourself.